Grab your snacks, hide your show mitts, ditch your reliance, and let's dive into this Big Brother drama with Kinda Unhinged. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another Big Brother video. And as you guys know, Katherine was the 7th house guest to be evicted from the Big Brother house this summer. Now, there has been a ton of controversy around Katherine and Rylie's showmance. So if you're a casual viewer, then you probably missed a lot of things that happened between those two. On the live feeds, his behavior toward her was a bit concerning. So on the live feeds, there were some things that he did that would make him seem controlling. There were times that he got mad at her because of how she spoke to him. He told her he was going to marry her whether she wanted to or not. There were times that he begged her to kiss him and she said no. There was a time when he begged her to sleep in the same bed with him. She didn't want to. So yeah, there was just a lot of controversial things that he did, and people thought that the relationship was one-sided and that Katherine was uncomfortable. So in these interviews, she addresses those issues and those rumors. So let's get into this.
Oh, Katherine, many fans and people watching the live feeds were concerned that this relationship felt toxic and he was too controlling. Did you ever feel this way?
I definitely did not feel that way. I am disheartened to hear that he's having to deal with that right now. I think emotions in that house are extremely high, and it's hard to, also be kind of having a romantic relationship with somebody, and you have ups and downs in that anyways. You're working through like random little things that happen when you're living with somebody 24/7 in a house like that with very high stress. So I never felt, negative or something like that.
Well, Katherine, it's not just the fans that watch the live feeds. Your family was also pretty spoken out publicly, seemingly concerned about your safety. What do you think about that?
I haven't had a chance to see any of that, and I'm not necessarily excited to uncover it. Funnily enough, I wanted a little bit of privacy, at least in regards to my family. And I wish it would have been something that maybe we could have handled upon me leaving, or could have been discussed then. So no matter, the feelings behind it, I would prefer for it to not be out there and their opinions on it.
I understand getting your phone back, you might be a little bit nervous. Also, some former house guests like Jimmy and Zach have since come out to say that they were also shocked by Rylie's actions after they saw everything from the outside. So I understand we'll wait until you get your phone back. We'll wait until you get into the real world, but just know that you might have some reactions when you do end up getting your things back.
Thank you for the warning. I hope I can move past it.
So let's get into this interview by Screen Rant right now. Now that you've had a few days to process everything, how are you feeling? I'm feeling pretty good, a little less overwhelmed than I was when I initially left because everything was quick and fast. I think I've adjusted a little bit now. I've seen some of my friends, I see family next week, so I'm decompressing. That's good to hear. As far as the game is concerned, now that you've been able to hear and see some things, what shocked you the most? Was I shocked by anything necessarily? I would say maybe that Vince had so many final twos. I think that was my most shocking. I would have thought that he would have been a little bit more careful with making so many agreements with so many people. So that was probably the most shocking. Yeah, it was pretty funny when he didn't even seem to remember that he made some of those final twos. I got a little bit of that. I was like, oh goodness. There's been a lot of discussion about your relationship with Rylie. Can we talk about that a little bit? Yeah, it's okay. Have you spoken to him yet since you left the Big Brother house? Yeah, we had an opportunity to talk to each other, more so just checking in with each other, seeing if we're both doing okay. There was a lot of negativity surrounding, I think, both of us with the situation, so he gets it better than anyone else really that's exited so far because we were the two in the situation. So we're just checking in for now. I don't want to get too personal, but have you talked about the future of your relationship? Do you plan to see each other? We haven't really discussed anything like that so far. We're just making sure that both of us are dealing with everything post-eviction in a good way. And just making sure we're trying to spend each day being happy. Because it's hard leaving the house for sure. Yeah, and it must have been hard to come out and hear all of this controversy that you probably didn't realize was even happening. What was your most favorite thing and least favorite thing about being in the Big Brother house? My most favorite thing probably was I actually am a really talkative person. I feel like I might have been one of the more shy people in the house. I never felt that way in real life, but I did love being able to talk all day, every day. It was kind of fun doing that. And I did like being separated from technology, and I don't have enough self-control to do that in my normal life. So it was cool to see like, oh, I can totally deal with that. The worst thing was the ants. Oh, and changing in the shower because the shower's always wet. Having to change in the shower is very annoying. Putting wet feet into your clothes, gross. That might have been my least favorite thing. I don't know how you did it, to be honest, me either. It gets annoying. Will you be continuing to watch the season? And who are you rooting for? I think I'm more so going to be, at least for now, watching some summaries of things. I don't know if I'll be watching full episodes, but friends are still sending me updates. I'm getting clips. I can't avoid it. My phone knows that I was there, so I can't avoid anything. But rooting for, honestly, I feel like I keep changing my answer, but it's like I'm rooting for a few people. Honestly, I think it would be so perfectly justified for Rachel to win. She's going so far. And since it came down to me and her as a renom, I'm like, okay, well, she better win then, if I had to go home instead of her being on the block.
She's got a point. She's an icon. She's a legend. And she is the moment. Now, come on now.
So her, but also at the same time, Keanu. Like, he's been such an underdog the whole time, and he genuinely is. Just a little bit of a big mouth with his own game. He shares a lot of his game with a lot of people. And I think if he makes it to the very end, that is so impressive that he was able to do that and not being the most discreet player. Who do you think will win and who do you think should win? I think Keanu will win, and I think Rachel or Will should win. Oh, really? Will? Why do you say Will? Just because I love him. I just really like the man. We really only ever talked personally, so I saw a lot of things about his game coming out. And he was one of the surprises for me, that I saw what he was doing kind of behind the scenes. And he was like a little bit more of like a liar than I thought he was. And I thought that was so interesting. So I think it would be really cool to see him win. Well, what do you guys think about this interview? Let me know in the comments down below. And what do you think will be the status of Rylie and Katherine's relationship? I think trying to maintain a showmance is already hard enough without the added pressure of this type of controversy. I'm sure their friends have said things or have their own opinions about it, and their family members. So I don't see this relationship going anywhere anytime soon. But you guys let me know what y'all think. Thank you so much for watching. If you want more Big Brother content, please subscribe. And if you like this video, please hit the like.
Flurries, you better grab a life vest, Kristen.